get it up to about the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They look to throw. It's locked. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw it is locked. And the pressure gets to him again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Hey.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 29.
Come, 61. Matchbox lights.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, defense. Let's go.
Get it.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Juju Smith-Schuster, 32 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long, it's Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
X3, 218, chopper.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Hatchet.
Yes.
Let's go right here.
Hey, Foxtrot.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Now.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. He goes airborne. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
23 yards, the final tally. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Gun.
From the 50, Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
57's Mike 57. 8.
Get it.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check. Quit talking about it.
A shotgun snap for Newton. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Great. Gun.
Kill.
Here we go on fourth. Newton. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Newton. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Newton throwing again. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
20.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Great.
Mike, let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. 50.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now this time, Locke will throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Watch out.
Topper! Go!
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Juju Smith-Schuster. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets will extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Newton. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards on the ground. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And to give this time to the tailback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Dolphins. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. And this is Parker, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Mike 57. He's tired of me. Gun. He's tired of us. Look at him.
Newton. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Here's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now Newton. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Cam Newton. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Give him 53 yards on the ground.
First and 10. The 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Rush in. Rush. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Shoot.
Clock now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
On the set. Hey, shoot. Cheetah. Cheetah. Greystone, Travis.
Come on, QB, come on. You won't
Speed grip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Switch.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 10 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll run it with Bell, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. Operating from the gun, Newton. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. On first down, it's Newton. A screen to Bell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Newton. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Great. Hey.
To throw again on second down. Newton. And now here's another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Ready. Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays harder to.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Quentin Williams. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
30 base. X3. 218. Chopper. Snap.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Two draw corkers. Ready?
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
I'm coming.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line. Hey, what's up? Ready? Check my 21. Better bring it. You better bring it.
They'll go again with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you